What's up, my kids and maniacs? You know, when I have my glasses on, we about to get funky up in here. I first want to say shout out to OG Cutes. Had a good long conversation with Cutes today, and he asked that me and Rocchead put on a good show so he can enjoy it while he's at work and listen to us and be proud of it. So I'm gonna do my best, OG Cutes. And one more thing I want to say on a political note. I really couldn't remember yesterday, and I may have misspoke. I'm not sure, but Trump is the one that initiated the PPP loans, and so I want to clear that up. And you could take it wherever you want after that. The economy being destroyed, or like I was saying, how Biden uh, continue to contribute to messing up the economy. But anyway, Rockhead, what's up, homie?
What's up, man?
Long
What's
time
good?
no see.
Oh man, you know what time it is, man. Had a nice little vacation, 5-day vacation in the DR.
Okay. Dominican Republic.
Oh man, it was beautiful.
All right. All right. You
Beautiful.
enjoyed yourself, huh?
Oh man, it was beautiful.
How was the
Y'all ain't,
food?
if y'all ain't never been, the DR, everything they said it is.
How was the food and water?
Food was good. I drank bottled water. I was really drinking coconut water more than anything.
Mm.
I was there, no problem. Food was good. Um, I enjoyed myself.
How
Had a
was
four,
the
four bedroom Airbnb overlooking the ocean.
okay?
It was a
Was
good
it
moment, man. It was great.
what the water look like?
I mean, it was pretty. It was blue. It was clear.
Mm. How was the women?
Women were ridiculous. Every kind, every type you could ever dream of. I had no problem locating petite with shapes.
Hmm.
I mean,
Interesting.
it was. I mean, it was experience. Dark, light, Haitians. It
That's what's up.
gave you a real combination of everything. But no,
Well,
it was my first time, and going through the immigration and all that stuff was real simple, easy. Got that stamp on my passport. It was a great trip in general.
that's what's up. So tonight's topic is about the psychological effects of being in segregated housing unit, better known as the SHU, in California Correctional Department of Corrections, and now they call it rehabilitation. So, with that said, let's skip forward to when you were doing SHU terms. Had you ever dreamed of being in the DR?
Oh no, come on! I never thought I'd be out. I mean, the more I talk about things, and I was talking to people the other day, I did time not to get home. I did time to survive, and if I died in there, I died in there. That was my frame of mind. So I've never dreamed of doing any of the things I do today. I mean, I've traveled out of 40 different states, my fourth country. Um, just living life, living free, not worrying about anything, not looking behind my back, and really enjoying things I never thought I'd enjoy in life. You know, and being in shoe for over 8.5 years, we played chess. We used to scribble, make a chessboard, scrape a chessboard on our floor, put the numbers in, get milk cartons and toilet paper and make our pieces. I'm on the second tier. Somebody else might be on the fifth tier or the third tier or the first, and we yell out our moves. And we just play chess like that, man. We just creative. We wasn't doing 2 or 3 thousand burpees a day in our cells. We were just being creative how to communicate with one another, other than us studying and reading all day. But
Oh, all right. You kind of jumped a little ahead of me, big homie. But check this out, man. Have you ever heard of George Jackson? First of all,
yeah,
are you well rehearsed on him or a little? Have you read any of his books?
I mean, I read a book or two.
Okay. That's enough. I'm not going to ask no hard question. I'm going to get into some George Jackson quotes, and you could expand on those. But first, I just want to say that people who experience solitary confinement are more likely to develop anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and psychosis. Did you experience any of those four?
Hell no.
No depression?
No, man, shit.
Now,
I adapt.
I was going to ask you, I was going to get to that too. How did you adapt personally? How did you adapt to being a strong-minded individual while you were in the SHU?
I mean, over time, I adapt. I mean, I didn't allow being in the SHU to drive me crazy. I constantly did things to condition my mind, body, and my soul to stay focused and always prepare myself when I walk out that cell, what I need to do, what I should do, and what I have to do. So I never once thought about, being miserable or, oh man, no, this shit, man, SHU wasn't shit to me, to be honest. You know what I mean? It got my body more chiseled, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but I've seen people go crazy. My crimey, he went cuckoo, but he went cuckoo before he got in the SHU because he was dealing with his personal issue, what we in there for, and some other stuff. But I've seen people who couldn't take it. But in general, speaking for me personally, it didn't bother me at all. I was at peace with it but again, I was in the SHU, I was in O&R and YTS, so it wasn't new to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you go from a SHU unit, the whole in O&R and YTS, or Paso Robles, or Preston, and then, or even Nellis, then you go to prison. They say SHU. I'm already accustomed to it.
Okay. It's was you in a single cell?
Yeah,
all of them are single cells.
All my SHU cells are single.
8 by 10.
I mean, that's probably about maybe a little smaller, but probably smaller, 8 by 10, right? If not smaller.
Right.
I mean, I didn't care for cellies, to be honest. Anyway.
Right.
You had to be a good motherfucker, like me to be my celly. But no, it was always in the SHU. See, initially in SHUs, I went to SHU in Tracy. You didn't have hundreds of people on the SHU yard. You had very few. And as more people start getting in the SHU, you start getting more people on them SHU yards. You know what I mean? But Tracy had that underground special SHU unit. You had the regular SHU, K-Wing, but they had what they called a dungeon that was there before K-Wing was built.
Right.
And those of us who was doing really stupid shit, being in a dungeon, I was there for about 2-3 weeks, and it was a totally different because you're constantly in the dark. You couldn't really work out. You couldn't really do shit but meditate. You know what I mean? And try to stay focused. But no, SHU, I've never had issues with my being, my sanity.
Yeah. I mean, you seem like you got all your marbles to me. You may be able to go from 0 to 100 with your violent attitude at times, but yeah, Rocchead, you definitely got your sanity. Let me give you one of the George Jackson quotes, and you tell me what you think about it. Patience has its limits. Take it too far, and it's cowardice.
I disagree.
So if you're very patient, and I would assume passive is not cowardice.
Patient and passive is two different things.
But if you're very patient, you become passive.
Very patient is not passive.
You don't think so?
No,
I think so.
very patient is not passive.
Okay.
I mean, passive is passive. You're a soft ass motherfucker. Someone who's patient and sitting back waiting for that moment, waiting for that time is different. It's a
Well,
big
that time, yeah, that is
you waiting for the right time to do what you need to do or have to do based on why you're being patient.
But
Passive,
my
passive
interpretation is he says take it too far. So what you're saying is not taking too far because you wait for the right time.
You gotta wait for the right time. I mean, example. When I say it again, when I don't think too many people could say this. When I was on the yard with the Emmy by myself, 27 of them, and I'm the only black.
Okay.
And I played handball with them. I played chess with them every yard. And then once my numbers accumulated 2 months later, then we had to do what we had to do. Now, if I wasn't patient and wanted to be stupid and ignorant and die that day, and then I'm not dealing realistically. So sometimes you have to be a little bit more patient, but mentally prepared and ready. Passive is to me passive. Now you say passive to me, that's just some passive ass shit. You was already a soft ass cat.
Hey, well, obviously there's a few people that agree with you. I might be looking at take it too far differently from you guys. Take it too far to me means there was no date to get down, to get busy. So that's why I use the term passive.
Now see, when you say take it too far, what are you taking it too far? You allow somebody to slap you every day before you knock them out?
Either that or you miss.
But if you slap me one time, hold on. If you try to slap me one time, I'm gonna lay you out. That had nothing to do with patience. You don't let no one slap you. You don't let no one put their hands on you.
Well, I don't think that's what he's referring
to. That's what I'm saying. So you have to be very vague about how you describe that issue because you talking to a very violent person.
Well, I got one guy to agree with me. You feel me? OG Classic Jones, good looking out for that comment. Hey, look, I love this quote. He says, "They will never count me among the broken men."
I agree. I lived that life. I'm your example. No one can ever say anyone broke me. And the odds have always been against me. Never. Because I'm who I am and what I am. And I stand for what I stand for. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Let's see. How about this one? We must prove our predictions about the future with action.
I mean, it's how you look at predictions. My action speaks louder than my words.
I knew you was going to say that. That's something people would say too.
I mean, we can predict whatever, but at the end of the day, my action speaks louder than my words.
How about this one? And now remember, this goes back to the 1970s, early 70s.
I got you.
He says, most of today's black convicts have come to understand that they are the most abused victims of an unrighteous order.
I mean, black convicts in general might look at themselves as victims. I've never looked at myself as a victim, to be honest.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you feel that way, and most people should feel that way. Check this one out. It is always wise and a course of action to consider likely consequences before going ahead with it.
Again, I'm Rocchead, man. Come on.
You don't think about consequences.
I don't even think about no motherfucking consequences, to be honest. Consequences are the last thing I think about. If I think about consequences, I already fucked up.
Yeah.
To be honest. When I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it. Whatever happens. Again, I stand by what's right. If it's right, I'm not thinking about shit. If it's wrong, I'm not gonna do it. There's not too many wrongs that I initiated.
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Let me see. This fool says, and I don't mean to call him fool in a bad way. He says, I'm telling the brothers, some of those whites are willing to work with us against the pigs. All they got to do is stop talking hunky. When the racists start fighting, all you have is one maniac group against another. George, sound like George wanted peace, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the little bit I remember reading, he was about peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Realistically, brothers like George Jackson, if you really deal with their mindset and the concept they deal with, they only wanted to inflict pain when they had to or when they back against the wall. But when he made that statement, I mean, in one sense, it's true. We all lose. That the guards always get paid double and triple time for every race war. We all lose. I've always noticed that. They make a lot of money off our wars in prison.
Of course, and on the street. Well, they're not racial on the street though. Look, Kenneth Johnson, my man, he says, "Come on now, I'm Rocchead" is the quote of the night. Here go one, man. Is kind of, I would say, is very true. Again, it doesn't hold true for every inmate. In fact, we have a saying amongst us people that done time is that forget the parole date, man. If it go down, it just go down. You don't chill just because you're getting ready to parole.
That's a quote.
No, here go the quote right here. Up until now, the prospect of parole has kept us from confronting our captors with any real determination.
Say it again.
Up until now, the prospect of parole has kept us from confronting our captors with any real determination. In other words, if you don't understand it, he's saying we haven't attacked the authority because we're worried about going home.
Okay, I just want to hear your version. Okay. I mean, again, I can't speak for the masses who did SHU time or prison time. I could speak for me. I didn't go home until they let me out that damn gate. So before I paroled from Tehachapi, and there's about 50 cats out on the streets right now that was with me, I stabbed about 7-8 motherfuckers a month and 2 weeks before I went home. I'm not home until I go home.
Mm-hmm.
So the home was the last thing I thought about. So if a correctional officer or anybody got in my way, and what I'm doing, what I need to do, I laid their ass out. And then on the flip side of that, back then we wasn't catching time. They wasn't sending us to court for stabbings and shit. You had to literally kill somebody to give us more time. So, I mean, that's just me. But I've seen people shut down when they got close to home. I've seen brothers not come out the cell no more when they got close to home. I see their whole attitude change toward everybody, even when they've been disrespected by guards or someone else. They want to go home rather than respond to that in the way they should and need to respond.
Hey, my man says free Big Tato from Venice Shoreline. You got to throw my other partner in there too, though. You got to throw Buddy Miles up in there, man. Free Buddy Miles as well, man. Shout out to the Venice Shoreline.
Venice Shoreline.
The gang by the water.
Venice Shoreline, Ernest Powell, Big Smoke, Big Pup, my boys, my homies. Yeah. History. Them shorelines know what time it is with me. It's my homies.
Yeah.
But I got homies from every hood, man. I be laughing at these jokers when I yell out certain dudes' names or certain hoods and people insinuate or assume. Man, we become brothers. We became family members behind that wall. If y'all went to jail in the late 70s, early 80s, we were family. We moved as one. We looked out for each other. We knocked niggas down together.
Mm-hmm.
So cut it out. Before CCO and after CCO. God damn it.
Yeah, real ones do real things. Hey, Rock, last night Cutes and I was laughing because Cutes asked me, had I ever had the heebie-jeebies while I was in the hole? And I didn't have no heebie-jeebies, but I experienced all the roaches and mice. Have you experienced that in county jail or prison?
In Tracy Hole,
Tell me about it.
It was mice and big bugs. Looked like roaches, I assume.
Oh,
But you know what's so crazy about Tracy Hole? This one I didn't understand. I stabbed a Wayupi, Ernest Powell. That's hey, gangster. If you talk to your cousin, that nigga tell you stories about me. Ernest Powell from Venice Showline. That was my ace coon boom.
Western Ave, I don't think you want to get started with me tonight,
I'm
baby.
I
got my glasses on. I see all your comments.
But yeah, Ernest Powell was my soldier, my boy, my homie. But what was I saying now?
The hole in Tracy.
Oh, that hole in Tracy. It was crazy. I stabbed away Upi at AB, white boy, we call him Way Upi in Swahili, but Way Upi, 30-something times. And I go to K-Wing. You know they gave me a loaner TV in the hole? I said, shit, I stabbed motherfucker. I got a loaner. I didn't have a TV on the main line. God damn. I mean, I didn't understand that. It's like when I go to these juvenile halls and they got PlayStations and all this shit. Man, that's not fucking jail, man. Let's keep this shit real. I'm a real motherfucker, man. Ain't no way the hell you supposed to give us no TVs we in the SHU. But in Tracy back then, they was giving loaner TVs. Man, I didn't understand that. You know, but again, the SHU, if you know how to adapt to life, you can adapt to SHU. Some of us was accustomed to it, and some people deal with it in other ways.
My man Bolo said Tracy got the most nasty water in the world.
I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember how the water tastes. I know how the way Upis and Mahindas taste, though.
Yeah, I've heard that term Waiupi a lot. I never knew what it meant, though.
White boy.
Yeah.
Mahinda is Mexican.
Yeah. AB not pressing hard anymore. Who was that, Jared?
I mean, they started Xing out in the 80s, late 80s. The bikers took over in the 2000s and shit. But again, they've always weakened themselves. They used to knock their asses down, each other down. They really wasn't known for hitting blacks. Only time they had to involve themselves in going after blacks when the Mexican mafia told them they had to. But for the most part, they started being exempt from a lot of things, but they will kill their own. That's the crazy shit. They will kill their own. I remember a white cat, real quick, Kev. He was saying, "Stud, I'm going home, Stud. All right, Stud." He had 2 guards in front of him, 2 in the back, 1 on the side. Another way, Upi put that spear right through that cell, went right in that dude's rib cage, laid him out on his way home.
Damn.
On his way home.
Hey,
and we was in the SHU. And it happened while we was in the SHU. I loved it, though. I had my mirror out. I was laughing like a motherfucker. To be honest.
Man, my partner Stan the Man said go Rams. And then you got a few people said go Steelers.
Man, y'all need to cut that shit out, man. Cut it out, man. God damn, Stan, my man.
Speaking of Waiupis, that ghost interview from Graveyard Crips is doing some numbers. Yeah, somebody stole my ghost interview too, man. But it's all good.
What happened?
Marlon at? Marlon up in here? Or Crystal just shouting out Marlon on GP?
You said somebody stole the interview. How do you do that?
They use their cell phone, I guess, or they got some magical editing program, and they took it
People,
and made a video and used clips, and man, that thing had like 80,000
people
first
need to
week.
people need to quit that BS, man, and keep it real. Show your
Man,
face, man. God damn. Quit being little sissies and wimps. Be a man. That's the
I,
problem, man. Motherfuckers don't know how to be man.
how come there's no Crips and Bloods in the Bay Area, Rocky?
Actually, in Sacramento, Oak Park, that's the Oak Park Bloods in Sacramento.
Mm.
It was so funny because they sent me to the county jail because we laid out about 8-9 motherfuckers. And they sent us to county jail at Sacramento. And I'm hearing somebody said, man, Rocchead, somebody yelling out the set, Oaks Park. I said, damn, I got some Oaks Park motherfuckers in here. So about 8-9 dudes walked in there. What's up, homies? I said, boy, y'all from Oaks Park. I said, is that right? What part of Oaks Park, homie? They said, where you from? I'm from East Side Oaks Park, businessman, count the crib. We from Oaks Park, Pyru, homie. Nigga, I stood up. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? Nigga, we all got down right there. We wasn't playing with them people, man. But I learned, but that I've never known Crips neighborhoods being in San Francisco, but I know Crips who've lived there for the last 30, 40 years. But that's probably
that's true.
That's probably the only real blood or Crip neighborhood I think was always Oaks Park. That's that from my knowledge. You know what I mean? Might be more, but I know Oaks Park from out of Sacramento was a legitimate blood set.
What about the Garden Crips?
From where? Sacramento? I don't know. I never knew them. Never acknowledged them. Never ran into them.
Rocchead, did you ever meet Hugo Pinheiro?
Who?
Hugo Pinheiro. San Quentin 6.
San Quentin?
Yeah. The Cuban that was a BGF.
I don't know. Okay. Unless he came to Tracy or Folsom, I don't know.
They said Garden Block was started by the Nutty Blocks.
Okay.
Oaks Park fights the Garden Blocks.
Okay.
Hey, good looking out on that comment, Monique Hill. What's up, Marley? Marley, your boy in the comment section, Rocchead.
Man, Marley be faking, man. He supposed to made me a nice meal by now. Him and Crazo. I'm gonna have to get some gloves on, whoop on both of them at a time. You know what I mean? You know, they don't hang out with me, don't check on me and shit, but let them sorry ass Rams play. You know, he want to talk shit. That's still my loved one, though.
Man, North Highland Crips, Del Paso Heights. I never heard of them.
I remember that in San Francisco, the Geneva Towers and the Sunnydale Projects was probably the two biggest gangs back then.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't Crips or Blood, but they was two bigger gangs, and they warred against each other.
We got a 49er fan up in here.
09ers?
Yeah. Miss 702, what up? Babyface Loxa, you consider San Jose the Bay? Yeah, San Jose is the Bay, right?
It is, but it's not.
Oh, all right.
It is, but it's not. It's more inland. Still a gang or don't bang. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I thought San Jose was the Bay, but I don't know. What do I know?
It's actually almost an hour from the Bay.
Okay, all right. So they more closer to the Central Valley than the Bay Area. Or in between. They're about in the middle, huh?
Yeah, about that.
The rapper Sebo's from Block. San Jose is the Bay, but not claimed like Oakland. Bang, bang, Niner Gang. Sacramento is not the Bay.
That's true. Hour away.
Yeah, they far up. He said you still owe him a meal from the Super Bowl, homie.
Who that?
Marlon.
Man, Marlon don't know how to call nobody. I feed him anytime he want to eat.
Rock did time with any 40 Crips from San Diego.
Only Crip I remember that I remember was PK. I remember PK from San Diego Crips. Because that was my celly, and that little motherfucker was a motherfucking problem child. I know I was a problem child, but he was, I think he was West Coast. I think somebody said West Coast Crip, but that's about right about San Jose. But I'm not sure if I know any 40. If any of them was in prison. Oh, that's true. No black population. Anyone was in prison from 78 to 89 from the 40s, and they was either Folsom, New Folsom, Tracy, or Tehachapi, then I was there with some 40. If they wasn't in them prisons then, all level 4s or the SHU units, then I probably wasn't.
Mr. Rocchead, salute. Did you ever do any time with Mr. Businessman himself, Donald Duck Norwood?
Why he Mr. Businessman himself? Why we both can't be Mr. Businessman ourselves? That's my homeboy, man. We never did time. See, what people don't really understand, being the last of the first generation, the first of the second generation, I was really the first one from my hood that went to jail and did extensive time. Before Boo Boo, before all of them. I was the first one. I laid the foundation. Duck was known as one of the founders. One of the founders of Oaks Park Businessman Compton Crips, which is now Santana Block. But I think I was one of the main pioneers that laid the foundation, not just for Oaks Park, but for the majority of the Compton Crips, period, and Crips in general, in the sense of my generation and what I brought to the table and how I represented Crip in general in the system.
My man says, my dad was from 40s. He did 5 years in Pelican Bay in the 80s. He probably did 1 year in the 80s because Pelican Bay opened in 1989. Misha G, good looking out. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I already say Pelican Bay. You sure it was 89? I thought it was 90, 91. Because Corkin, when they opened up Corkin, then they started building Pelican Bay. When I left Tehachapi, they didn't start sending people to Pelican Bay until 91, 92, to be honest.
Yeah, that's probably once they started getting their size up, getting their numbers up. But I'm pretty sure it was 89.
Look it up. I might have to contest that. I don't think it was built and totally finished by 81. Probably one section of it, but the whole Pelican Bay Bay wasn't built completely until 92, 93.
Yeah,
but they probably had. I think they had the orientation part of it where people were going to start operating, not those locked up, but those actually mainlining.
Yeah, one guy said 92 and Bam said 89.
89 was
no, I think you're right. I think it was only 1 yard in 89, and then they started to expand.
But 89, that's when they had that last big war. Bam, we had that last big war on New Folsom Beef Facility. That's when they start shipping everybody to Tehachapi, and Pelican Bay wasn't ready to take anybody.
They say this live is up right now. We got 3:15, man. Cartoon and cutes, man. I'm just saying, Rocchead brings the most numbers, but we on a back to back. They said the SHU opened in 92. Yeah, that's probably what Rocchead.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the lockup, general population.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they was putting regular Joes, but the SHU, yeah, about right.
Yeah. Rocchead tougher than George Jackson. You know what? Honestly, and not to be funny, when you my age and you grow up and you reading these George Jackson books, he's like the toughest inmate in California prison system ever. But then you start talking to some of the riders, some of the Crips and Damus, and the way the mindset changed and the way prison politics changed, they make George Jackson look like a punk.
I mean, again, we're dealing with a different era.
Yeah, definitely.
We're dealing with a different set of a clientele.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you're dealing with the late 70s, again, you only had 100 Crips, maybe 100 Crips in all 13 prisons. You get what I'm saying? Now when
Yeah.
you deal with the 80s, even remember I sent you that list about the C numbers, all the numbers. You look at that text I sent you.
Oh man, that was beautiful, Rockhead.
But see,
I,
I know what I'm doing, and
I
because
screen.
I'm writing my book, so I want to make sure I deal with how they broke the numbers down to C numbers.
Hey
You
man, that
know,
was awesome, Rockhead. That was awesome. I took a screenshot just for future reference.
yeah,
Uh,
and again, the era you had the Raymond Washington era when he came to prison, and there was a few other older homeboys with him or around his time, but it never was more than 20 of them guys
mm-hmm,
in all the prisons at that in the 70s,
mm-hmm,
73, 74.
right.
And then you had the other generation, the Baby Rocks, the James Millers, and all them. They caught their time, I think, in 76, 78, if I'm correct. So you had that generation, and they older, and then you
Mm-hmm,
had that gladiator generation when people were getting sent from YTS in 78, 79, and 80 from YTS straight to Tracy. And then it started flipping because we brought a different kind of energy.
mm-hmm.
And then when the crack cocaine hit and that 81 to 84 group came in, you had Crips coming in masses.
My man Mike Ascari, what's up, homeboy? Long time no see. He said it went from consciousness to reactionary politics.
I disagree. It's still about consciousness.
Slightly. Free Michael DeRoe. Yeah, I second that. Let's see. So when you just mentioned you were doing some research for your book, just to keep it on point. Somebody had asked before you said that, had you ever thought about writing a book or doing a documentary on your life?
I'm writing my book now. Most of the research is done, so we're starting to put pages together. My guy who's writing my book. He felt that the prison, the incarcerations, the boys' homes, the youth authorities, the getting out, hooking up with Jim Brown in '92, dealing with kids, getting kids to college. That's the easiest part. He was saying the hardest part, Rocchead, is your childhood, your family, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of age. You know what I mean? And that's the part we putting together. He's talked to my cousin, my uncle, Crazy Bob. He talked to my uncle Donnie, Robert Lee Kitchen, one of the first lowriders, in Compton, LA overall. And he started to talk to him. He talked to my mom, you know. So he talked to my oldest auntie who's 80 years old, So he's starting to put stuff together. And I think it's gonna come out beautiful. Right now we trying to figure out a name for my book. As far as the documentary, A&E Network is trying to sell my story now. So I got a lot of things in the work, but it still don't stop what I do every day.
Right.
I'm in the juvenile halls working with the young kids who got life, fighting life, who got life in youth authority, life in a juvenile hall, dealing with the politics of the juvenile hall because now you can't handcuff the kids no more. You can't lock them up in their cell during the day, no longer than an hour at a time. So basically, the kids are running the juvenile halls now.
Mm-hmm.
They can sue you for every little thing, and the teachers can't handle them. The teachers are scared of them. Everybody want me to stay up there because they could deal. I could deal with them, and they listen to me more than they listen to anyone else. So I do have some things up and coming, and been working on it for a minute now, but it's starting to come together.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. I didn't want to too much talk about the A&E thing. I can't wait to see it and possibly be a part of it. But
Oh, you're a part of it.
I definitely want to see that story. I want to see how they put it together. And you got a good question in the comment section. Who would you want to play Mr. Joe Rocchead?
I don't know. I don't know. He gotta be a bad motherfucker.
How's Jim Brown doing after the passing of Bill Russell?
He's 86. He's slowed down a lot. He don't golf no more. I'm actually going up there tomorrow and take him and drive him around. He don't get out often. Um, he's all right though. He's 86. He's all right. He's real strong. He still grab my hand and shake like he's still strong. And I told him, like I told him when I first met him, big fella, you can't fuck with me. He like shaking hands. We used to wrestle. It's so funny with me and Jim Brown. When we first met, we used to wrestle. We tore his refrigerator up, stove up. I threw him over my back one day and broke his base for his big old plant in the hallway. Oh, we used to battle. We'd be at the airport. He'd push me through the airport doors and shit like, you know. Jim Brown's like a big old kid, man. That man saved my life and gave me life.
Right. Do you think Tyrese could play you in a movie?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ben Rings?
Nah, I don't want his ass.
Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I mean,
somebody said only Mike Tyson can match your ferociousness.
I never thought of that. Probably so, because he has that edge. He has that edge.
Let me see. Hey, Mike Ascari, good looking out if you get granted clemency, bro. I'm rooting for you. Let's see. Good to hear you putting in the work instead of just talking about it, Rocchead.
Who said that?
Pan-African James.
Pan-African James.
Mike Tyson to play Rocchead. Who else got hands and ferociousness like Big Homie?
My man, let me tell you something. I've always had good shit in me because I believe right is right, wrong is wrong. But the one thing I strongly believe, the reason why I'm alive today, is to help and work with every youth that want my help, to help them make sure they don't ever have to go through the things that we all went through in our lives that was fucked up, because I never had a me for me. I'm always going to be there for my youth. And I'm always going to stand up to what I believe in. So I appreciate that. But when it comes to youth, I am 100% in action.
Let me see. Seymour Green said, good to see you back on, Rocchead. You're still a partner on your case. What up, Kel Mack and Rocchead? Hey, Rocchead, that's why Mr. Brown give you all that Stiller gear, huh?
People always ask me. Occasionally, I might wear a Stiller shirt around them, but I don't do that all the time because I respect them like that. I remember when the Cleveland Browns left Cleveland, he convinced Art Modell to keep the colors in Cleveland when they went to Baltimore. They was going to be the Baltimore Browns with the Cleveland Browns colors. But since they left, and the last game they played as Cleveland Browns was the Pittsburgh Steelers at Three River Stadium. And I'm actually on the sideline with the Cleveland Browns, me and big fella. I had my big old black jacket on. Under my jacket, I had all Steelers shit on. And every time we hit and Jim turned around, man, get your motherfucking ass up on that motherfucking stand. So I got up to the stand with my jacket. I said, hold it. You was just down. Man, fuck that. I'm a Steeler man. But I got to respect my pops. Jim Brown is the only father I know. That's my pops.
Hey, man, get him. Jank say he could play you. He already got his shank ready.
But I don't know, man. So any no more questions about the SHU?
No, they not interested in the SHU. They interested about who's gonna play Rocchead.
Who's gonna play Rocchead? Like I said, I don't know, man. I know this though. I was gonna name the book The Prodigal Son, Rocchead Johnson and Jim Brown. Picture of me and him.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all could think of different names based on some of the stuff y'all heard me do over time on Kev Mack, and just throw some names at Kev Mack. What I should call the book. It's gonna be powerful. It's not gonna be bragging about nothing. I'm gonna hit certain points. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be truthful. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be authentic. It's gonna be something no one ever seen or read before in a long time.
Here go a quote to put on the front cover or on the back cover. The only man to say Jim Brown didn't want none. Joe Rocchead.
Man, if you was around us in the 90s, 92 and up, boy, you'd have been laughing at me and Jim. Imagine a young grown man, a grown ass man wrestling every day. I remember a time, I ain't gonna say the homeboy name for Miss saying. We had Jim house in the swimming pool. So Jim like wrestling. Jim like them big ass hands grabbing you. So Jim like, come on, Rocchead. I said, no, man, I ain't wrestle you in no swimming pool. I'm gonna wrestle you on solid ground, never the swimming pool. So the homeboy from Long Beach Insane said, fuck that, Mr. Brown, let's do this. Jim like, hold it, brother. You know, I don't know you like that. And I don't want to embarrass you in front of your woman. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your woman. Man, fuck that, man. Let's do this shit. Man, Jim down there drowned that motherfucker. Jim out there drowned the homie. He just, I said, nigga, I tell you, don't play with a motherfucker. He looking at Jim, I told you, man, I didn't want to embarrass you in front of your woman. Mm. You know, and I ran into homeboy about 2 months ago. I said, man, remember that night? Man, you don't want to talk about that shit. Nah, but Jim was playful. Jim was a big old kid. And I think he lived a lot of his end of his life through a lot of us. And the passion and love we gave him, he returned it.
They said the title should be Mr. Crazy Joe Rocchead.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a couple jokes, man. One is Tyler Perry should play you.
Don't get your ass whooped, man.
And
don't
somebody else said Mr. Brown from Meet the Browns.
Y'all got some jokes now, huh?
Have Rocchead ever got shit thrown on you in the SHU?
Nah. We didn't play that shit, man. We threw bombs. We shot darts. We tried to stab your ass. Ain't nobody threw no shit on me.
They said C-Mac from 5'5" would play you real good.
Cut it out. Cut it out. See, now y'all want to play.
Yeah, they playing now.
Now y'all want to play. I ain't nothing like none of them.
Mike Escara, you well, I don't want to say it over the airways, but I'll leave it alone. C-Mac can't walk in big homie shoes. Y'all tripping. Was Cartoon and Rocchead ever on the same yard?
No, we weren't. Me and Cartoon actually talked. Kev Mack put us on the phone together, and we talked about some stuff. Looked like we might do an interview together soon. You know, and y'all get a chance to learn a little bit more about me and Cartoon sitting next to each other.
Hey, this ain't bad. I don't think it's the best, but it's a creative idea. But I think you got better titles than this. Uninstitutionalized because of the way you changed and you haven't been back.
I mean, it's not bad, you know.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
This one ain't bad either.
Rock in a hard place.
Yeah. I like that. We need Kev Mack and Monster Cody by out there. You don't need a Kev Mack one, man. Mine ain't go. I'm not telling my whole story, man. I'm gonna leave all that violence out because it's not a lot of violence on my record. My record is mainly just guns. I got in fact, if I ever did a serious book or a serious bioptic, I would quote the district attorney that said I had a problem with guns and I was addicted with guns. That would be the quote I would use because I found that to be kind of weird because at that time, I hadn't had a lot of gun cases. It was after that I caught more gun cases. So I always look back to that. Like the DA was basically leading me to be a hardened criminal. You know what I mean?
But see how honest you are, Kev?
Yeah.
See, I think if we stick with who we are as human beings, what we became, what we chose to be as being human beings, like you said, you weren't a violent person, but you loved the guns. You know what I mean? When people, who wants to be salute, people who wants to be something they can't never be. You know what I mean? And I was tired of conversation with some people today. One of the homies called me a year or two ago and asked me, can I help him with his son? I said, what's happening with your son? He said, man, he's 11 years old. He claiming 60s. He's smoking weed. I said, are you claiming 60? Yeah. Are you smoking weed in front of him? Yeah. There's nothing I could do for him. And it's easier today for a 10 and 11-year-old to adopt to the gang ways than it was in 71, 72, that someone said he was 8, 9, 10 years old and they was banging or claiming. And I still say that's bullshit, because the frame of mind wasn't like that for the youngsters, because it was always the older guys who was born in for 58, from 59 on down. You get what I'm saying? And it's okay to say, I heard a couple people say, I started banging in 79, or they started banging in 80. It's okay for that, because if it was meant to stop, it'll stop when it started. So your journey started when you started. And some of the most dangerous, and some of the most dangerous and most downest rips in the history of this, they wasn't there in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? So it's okay if you started in 78. It's okay if you started in 85. But when you put extras on it to try to prove something to the world, all you're doing is lying to yourself. Again, I went to jail as Rudolph. I came out as crazy, Mr. Rocky.
Hey, when you say that, it always reminds me of Big Rebo. Rebo said, I wasn't banging. I didn't want to bang. And I loved his truthfulness. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make himself, because a lot of people are quick to tell you, Big Rebo original, he was there when it started. And Rebo was like, no, man, Salty and all them dudes, King Neen, all them dudes was cripping before him.
See, but he was a man.
Yeah.
When you a man, when you ain't got shit to hide and you can speak your mind and live with that reality, it speaks for itself.
Rocchead, do you remember the first time you returned to California State Prison, not as an inmate, but as a guest?
I went back to Folsom State Penitentiary. I think it was 93, not 90, 94, I think, 93, 94. Me and Jim Brown, I had a suit and tie on, walked up to the gate. All the guards said, Mr. Brown, you can come in, but he can't. That's Rocchead. And we stood there, and Jim looked like, if he can't get in, I'm not coming in. And the associate warden, Acuna, at that time, I don't know if he's still up there, he came to the gate. No, I want Rocchead to come in. I want to show everybody you can change. Acuna was actually a sergeant in one building SHU unit for 4 years with me. And they let me in, and he walked in the unit on the new Folsom. And you had everybody. You had some Jamas, some ABs, some Emmy. You had the Crips, Bloods, everybody in there. And Jim like, who know this guy right here? A white dude get up, Mr. Brown. No disrespect to Rocchead, but if Rocchead can be out working with kids, I know I can, because he was an asshole in here. And everybody that's just, Simone, yeah. I mean, imagine. And since then, I've been in probably about 13 prisons. Imagine I'm in with Jim when I walk in them institutions, and Jim say, if you know this guy, and everybody, oh, no, that motherfucker was a rat, or he was this, he was that. But because they acknowledged me for who I was, although if they were my enemies or not, and gave me that respect, that even gave me more power to really want to change and help change others. And that showed other guys in there that you can get out and have an opportunity to change. So I remember my first time, and being there that first time really motivated me and made me feel something good about myself, because I went back to a prison that I helped terrorize. I helped create the issues there, and just to be there and look at guys I did time with. It's like when I went to I can't remember the other prison with James Miller. With
Yeah,
him,
Cutes and James Miller.
huh?
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
Cutes and James
I
Miller
went
was proud
Cupes
to
and
see you.
James Miller to see them. And James knew I was an ass. So I was on the yard with James. James loved me and I loved him. He like, this motherfucker changed his life. Look at this shit.
Hmm.
You know, and it really makes me feel a certain kind of way. You know, because not too many people at that time I was going back would have been able to go back and have a great name. It's like
Look,
I remember everybody get on their wall about what I said about the BGFs. Then I said San Quentin sent a whole new car down, and a brother named Farouk was always trying to befriend me, you know, and all that other stuff. But that brother got out of jail. I was talking to Baby Rock, who was in Tracy in 78, 79, 80. And Baby Rock said, Rocchead, somebody want to talk to you. And he gave him the phone. And the first thing Farouk, a BGF, said to me, he said, Super Crip. Super Crip, I tell so many people about you. Man, you was one person would never turn, never change. You was gonna be a crazy ass Super Crip. Man, I heard your documentaries. I saw it. You working with kids. Man, I commend you. I love the way you're doing your work. I love what you're doing. And for a brother like that, while everybody else catching a shithole, to respect me and acknowledge me, it says a lot. And it further motivates me to continue the work that I do.
Yeah, I see. Here go a good quote for your book. I saw an angel in the rock, and I carved and set him free by Michelangelo.
Okay.
Hey, I noticed a couple people in the comment section. I would assume you guys are some pro-black type people. Well, you can't. This one can't be pro-black, but maybe Bay Area possibly. But first of all, we're not dissing George Jackson. That's you guys in your feelings and misinterpretations. Those are just comparisons, and like Rocky said, different eras, different ideology, different prison politics. But for you to end your comment and say that what did Crips do but run from Mexicans shows me your ignorance, shows me you haven't been in the line of fire, show me you don't like your own people. You know, sometimes you got to deal with your own insecurities and hostilities before you go pointing fingers and degrading others that have actually put down a lot more violence than George's whole entire organization. Though George's was more directed at prison staff, at the establishment. But I mean, how can you just go in on Crips specifically and you hear on this channel? I don't understand that shit. But whatever. We wasn't dissing George. All homage, all due respect to George Jackson.
See, again, people hear what they want to hear, Kev. When you did his quotes, them is his quotes. But how them quotes relate to me and my experience in SHU, it's night and day. So if you're looking at a disrespect, that means you look at disrespecting yourself because you're misunderstanding the truthfulness of what another man is saying based on that man's experience. No one could ever belittle who George Jackson is and what he stood for and what he represented. But what he stood for and what he represented is not what I stood for and what I represented. I dealt with things accordingly based on how I felt. And that's how I dealt with the quotes. That's all, brothers.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, man.
Secondly, what the Crips did, we flipped that motherfucking shit around in state fucking prison when them fucking Wayupis and them motherfucking Mahindas was knocking down everybody and them motherfucking non-affiliates and them other brothers were running. We equal the playing field out at the end of the day, us and the Damus. We made that playing field real fair. Let's not get into prison politics now.
Yeah,
Us and the Damus made it real fair.
yeah. Yeah. That enough said. You don't even have to
I'm
get
good with
off
it.
into that.
I'm good.
Some of these dudes, like I said, they got insecurities or possibly just trolls. Ain't no telling. We show our face. We show our face. We tell you uh, how we feel, some of our mindset. So you guys got that on us. We don't know who the hell you are, how you feel, what you think, or what you look like. So we see you. We can't slap you upside the head or dot your eye. Y'all got action at us. Y'all know who we are and what we stand for. Y'all know where we from and all that. It ain't even about that here at this channel. We about a brotherhood, getting along, each one teach one, and sharing stories. That's all we about over here, and a little bit of history. If you got a problem with that, you at the wrong channel. You stopped at the wrong channel, buddy. Rocchead is one of a kind. This is like the third person that said you're their favorite. One of my favorite Kill Max videos, Rebo, Rocchead, Santana is my favorite. All right, that's what's up, man. Sir Uncle Buck, what up? Good looking out, brother.
What's
You
up,
still
Karen
there?
Mac?
Oh, nothing. I'm just reading the comments.
Must got some good ones then.
Let me see. Rockhead, Rebo, Kilmac, Cutes, and Monster Cody. Damn, I don't even look right amongst them names right there, man. You gonna
Rebo,
throw me in the line of fire, huh?
Rebo was the homeboy.
I love Big Rebo, and I only got
Rebo was a monster.
yeah.
He was gentle, but when you push that bucket, oh, that motherfucker was something else. Big Rebo, rest in peace.
I don't know, but I'll ask anyway. George Jackson Day, Black Sunday, August 21st. Please speak on that, Rock.
Honestly, I'm an honest cat. Someone else mentioned it to me. One of the homeboys called me from prison the other day. He had a sister call me and mention it to me. I've never heard of it. I've never acknowledged it. That's just my honest opinion. I've
You
never
know,
heard of it.
Rock, I've always heard of it, but I've never known but one guy that supposedly participated in in those celebrations. He was an older guy. He was BGF / Crip. You know what I mean? He knew Raymond, but he also knew all the top BGF dudes. His name is Squirrel, by the way. Rest in peace. But yeah, I don't know no Rips that actually participated in that. I'm not saying they didn't. I haven't ran across any that
Actually, it was a Crip homeboy that told me, am I going to participate in it on Sunday? So you probably have them, but you also have, again, that's another different generation who've been down 35, 40 years. So when you've been down that long and your educational level and your studying is at another level, you acknowledge the things that may be minute to one degree, may be small to one degree, because I'm out here in this big world and some of the guys are still locked up and it's not being pub like most things are. So it's hard.
Doc Holliday. Was his son a Crip or a Blood?
Huh?
I thought his son might have been a Blood in Pasadena. I could be wrong. Doc Holliday.
I know Doc, but I don't know his son.
Okay. Number one wants to know what size hoodie you wear.
4X.
I wear 3X, so we'll be waiting on him. Next time Rocchead and his team is ready to play some basketball, if Rock ain't rocking his I can, then we'll be rocking those.
I wear 4X.
Let's see, 4X and 3X. I love hearing from Joe Rocchead. Unity at its best.
Without unity, there's nothing.
Right. Crystal, you wear a 5X. Send Crystal a 5X.
God damn, Crystal.
You got a size 12 shoe for her too?
God damn, Crystal.
She wear 13 in heels.
That's a robe before she go to bed.
Yeah. The other night, Crystal said she ain't got no action with you. You like little girls, thin
Yeah,
girls,
I
right?
like little ones, baby.
Yeah.
I like.
Rodney Scott, good looking out. You're one of the lucky ones, Rocchead.
I appreciate that. I think I am lucky. I think I am blessed to be alive and being able to move around and do the things I still do and try to do everything I can before I lose my life, before I pass away. I don't know. I don't. There's nothing guaranteed. Let's just tell
T-
guys how does it feel to be in your all 50. Who's in their 50s? Oh, you in your 50s, Kev?
I'm in my 50s. What you pushing, 60?
I don't know. I might be 49.
Nah, you ain't 49. You might be a 49er fan
Oh, you
undercover.
crazy in all outdoors.
Why you pick
You're
49?
retarded. I'm 48 then. Shit. You twist. I just turned 60 in January.
Rocket 60, y'all. The man then went to the DR, got his passport stamped, and he told me, man, next time one of us gets some money, we gotta go, but I
We
can't
gotta go.
leave the country. Yeah.
We gotta go.
But I like the invite, and I like how he
You
was
got
pumped
that.
up. He like, Kev, you gotta go. I like when somebody includes me in the fun in their life.
I called Kev on WhatsApp. I said, Kev, I'm in heaven.
Man. Big Keystone and Slew's interview is great and highly underrated. OG Nugget is top notch as well. Rocchead got one of the top videos, if not the best video, when he mentioned the BGF. That video right there got so much attention and got so many people talking about Rocchead. Man, I love that video. I rank it up there with the Monster Cody's and the Rebo. And then don't forget, Rocchead was part of the Monster Cody video. Remember the serial nailer? That was kind of hilarious too, man.
When everybody was shocked, Monster Cody said I was the one, not him.
Hey, that was pretty good, man.
People better understand. If you don't understand, you better understand.
Hey,
I was a different breed.
I didn't say nothing about being a felon, homie. Obviously, Rocchead is a felon, and he left the country.
Man, somebody asked me that the other day. Let me tell y'all something. Get off parole, pay your taxes, have no child support, you get a passport. And you can enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. And I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying it. I don't have much, but I make the best of everything I got.
That's right. Make it count.
Real
No,
simple.
but you know what? I think you enjoy watching you with them kids play basketball. I think you enjoy that too, man.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
I won't change. I won't trade that in for nothing.
Yeah.
I won't trade. And that's what my boy from DC did. He said, man, you so into these kids, you don't look out for yourself. Right. I want to treat you and take you to DR. You got a passport. I said, yeah. I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
He paid for my plane ticket, took care of everything. And it was a great peace of mind. We had a 4-bedroom overlooking the ocean, swimming pool. We had every day we had 3 different women cooking for us.
Man, that's crazy.
It was a joy, man. Listen, man. Listen. Oh, is that right? Like, okay. Damn. Top videos, Cutes, Monster, and Rocchead. I like that. Big Rebo, Big U, Rocchead, and Sparks. Okay. All of my guys.
Mm-hmm.
All of my guys. You know, but enjoy yourself, man. People are about dying every day. Natural causes, health issues. Man, enjoy, make the best out of your life. Quit worrying about nonsense and enjoy yourself. I'm going to continue working with kids until I bury my daughter burn me up when I die. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself, though.
That was a classic line when Monster said he messed up a good shirt, and Q said, I hate when that happens. You was right there, right, Rocchead?
I was there.
Yeah. I'm about to apply at American. That's some nice traveling. What other countries or islands have you been to?
I was in Jamaica when Jim Brown got married 25 years ago. We went to Jamaica. He rented out a whole hacienda, Half Moon Resort. that was the experience of a lifetime. It was beautiful. Stayed there for a whole week. I went to Belgium. One of my kids played in basketball, and he flew me out to Belgium. I went to Indonesia. American went to Germany because they on the army bases they had Crips and Bloods on the army base, the sons of the servicemen. I've been in about 4 or 5 countries. I've been in about 44 states. American been in about 30 some of them. I've been doing good for ex-con.
Yeah.
Nice travel for the ex-con. You feel me? See, they
Purquois
call us
Marais.
ex-cons, but we just human beings, man. We all got a history. We all got a past. When we start doing the right thing, we can do what the fuck we want to do.
Right. Purquois Marais, what up from the cruise ship? Let me see. Here go a quote. I ain't scared of the police, neither is Rocchead by Jesse James from Playboy.
Why am we scared of the police for? What's up, Jesse James?
Hey, here go a good one. Only a real player really know this. How many times did them girls call you Poppy?
Big Poppy, motherfucker. Big Poppy. They said Big Poppy. Hey, Trip. No homo. One girl said, my boy brought his son. And this one girl, like, there's about 8 girls in there, but 3 of us. And one girl said, man, they ain't going around grabbing joints. They like, him? Ooh. She said, Big Poppy? Ooh. They like, short, but ooh. Hey, man, we have fun. I'm telling you, dog. Big Poppy, I was Big Poppy out there. This one girl said, my boy, like, go hook up my big cousin. She said, no. Hey, man, if y'all heard stories about the DR, it's all true. It is good. It's fun. The food is good. The beach is beautiful. $15 for a 5-hour massage. Oh, my God. It's good for you. I enjoyed it. It was one of the best times and peace of mind I've ever had.
JR from the Bay said, Rockhead, good to see you. The serial Neller / coach is back. Here go another one from Brian Harris. I just don't understand how humble humanitarian like Rockhead can be a Steelers fan.
So why y'all hating on my Steelers, man? You know, what tattoo at, man? God damn, why y'all hate? I even got branded. For y'all could know, I got tired of seeing my cousins showing their little punk ass Raiderette tattoos on their body. I said, let me go get my Steeler tattoo. But let me tell y'all something, man. Steelers are nothing. Don't get this shit twisted. I can't stand the Cowgirls. I don't like the 09ers, and fuck the Raiderettes.
Oh, wow. Women aren't Americanized. That's why they are so good to men.
Man, look. We got up to leave Friday, right? Mm-hmm. And the girl said, yes, the girl said, do you mind me packing your suitcase? Nigga, she packed my suitcase better than me. And then say, you take a shower, I'll make you breakfast. I said, okay. Get out the shower, have breakfast. I'm packed up. Came back home. I'm just saying.
Hey, Crystal got a good one for you, man.
What's up, Miss Crystal?
How you like little women with a fire truck industrial hose?
Crystal, that's how you feel. Crystal, when I first got out, all I did was big women, thick women. I conquered them, Crystal. I conquered them. And once I went little, oh my God, I fell in love with them.
Man.
Love little. I called it little bitty from the itty bitty committee.
Mm.
I'm sorry, Crystal.
Big girls are too much work, Crystal. Little girls are easy. You can toss them and turn them and flip them and pound them and oh man, and they go so deep, Crystal. Monique said, "Me love you long time in the DR."
Yes.
Pittsburgh Squillers.
That what somebody said.
DR gonna be my first stamp. That's my homeboy Shotty right there.
Hey, you better go. Oh my God.
My man said, "I love big women. They nice pillow." Uh-oh.
What happened? What happened?
Say, same here, Rocchead. BBW, SSBBW was my type. Thick ones and big ones too. Where you from, Texas, man? That's a little different. They got some big, pretty girls in Texas. Big girls keep you in shape. Well, that's true too, man. It's a good exercise. Feel like you just did 1,000 burpees.
Little girl, petite ones can make you work if it's the right one, baby. They
They
make you work it. They be trying to outdo you. You get the right one.
My man said, if she under 280, she ain't a lady.
Wow. I'm running.
I'm telling you, Rodney Scott, too much work, man, for real. And then you try to throw their legs up by their ears, they be screaming, stop, like
you can't even stretch them.
Nah. Denise, who are you? I haven't seen you before. Thick thighs save lives.
It smother you too. It smother you too.
They smother you. They snoring all in your ear and shit. Hungry halfway through the session, she need a donut. Man.
So you throwing some blows now, Ken.
You start throwing their legs up over your shoulder, boy, you come out looking like Tookie, man. 2 tons of fun, Big Mama Jamas.
I know this. I got this little partner. He every bit of about 165. If you're not 250 or bigger, he don't want you. And he literally lifts him up.
I could see Bam from Front Hood like that.
Don't do my homeboy like that.
I could see Bam with a big old girl, man.
Don't do my homeboy like that. Where Bam at, man?
They say that's a myth, Mac. Most are limber. No, it ain't a myth.
No.
It ain't a myth.
Ain't no myth.
You might be limber.
Yeah, you might, but no.
Leg get numb sitting on you. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've had that happen to me before. I had a big girl sit on my knee, and I'm like, damn, man.
Leg got numb, huh?
You got to get up. I broke a chair trying to play with a BBW. Catfish me. Took one for the team. Oh, shoddy. Who is you, Rocchead? The Black Adler? The Hun? I don't know what that means. Black Warrior said, I need a 200-pounder myself. Damn, boy, y'all some tough dudes, man.
Tell Chris to leave Black Warrior alone.
Alicia, how much you weigh? Talk to me. How much you weigh? Let me guess. You look like a 138 type girl. How much you weigh?
That's a nice weight. Nice waist class, 138.
Robert Richards. I feel you on that, Robert Richards, but when you get with them and start taking care of them and they stop taking care of themselves, they hit 168 on you real quick. Oh, she 120. Okay.
I need that.
120.
415, baby. I need that up north.
Mammy.
Mommy. Mama
Wait,
mia.
wait. He said she looked thick. Man, you can't see, bro. What kind of phone you on, homie? Yeah, 115. That's pretty good. They pretty wet and deep.
That's
at
perfect.
115. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now they talking my language.
Hey, man, my dude said, if she's 6'2", she be standing up, fool.
Wow.
Got a straight man. Big Devil, what up, Devil?
What's up, Dad?
That's funny as hell. Hey, my man said you better get him a stretch before you get started, and keep a bottle of water on the bedstand. You gotta feed them big old girl doggy treats.
Y'all wrong. Y'all killing the big girls.
You gotta be built for a huge one.
I just said I don't deal with big girls, and y'all trying to kill them.
Man, hey, that's hilarious. I know Cutes is laughing right now. EBL, good looking out, bro. I see what it is now. When Rocchead come on, y'all send cash out. Y'all know I ain't made no money in a week. Rocchead come on, y'all making up for all week. I'm gonna have to keep Rocchead on here, man. Q's had to ask me like, what happened? Cash App and Super Chats don't work no more. I said, what you mean, Q's? He said, man, we ain't been getting nothing.
That's what Q said.
Rocchead come on here, we ain't asked for nothing, and y'all super chatting. Good looking out, though. I appreciate
man.
that.
Look out for Carrie Mack, man. Look out for Carrie Mack, man. Y'all know what time it is, man.
This is hilarious.
Content is real with Carrie Mack.
Yeah, that's what they say, man. I guess I'll take that with a badge of honor. Yeah, my man is spot on. He said, big girls will have you drinking water out of the iron.
Damn. See what you started, Crystal?
You got to have a mini fridge by the bed. You got a big girl.
You see what you started, Crystal?
Yeah, Crystal.
I ain't said nothing bad about no big woman, Crystal. All I said was I prefer mine little.
Well, at least you got a good meal after all that work.
See? Crystal. Y'all big girls, y'all here, I ain't saying nothing about y'all. All I said, I like mine little.
Man. Alicia, stay laughing, man. She always laughing.
Alicia, 115, 120. She my alley.
Shotty Mac, good looking up. Yeah, I had the pleasure of having one girlfriend that small, man, boy. I hate I let that get away.
In my lifetime, I let 3 women get away, and I think I regret 2 of them. But the crazy thing about it, Carrie Mack, this one, she was introduced me to a world I knew nothing about. You know, you've been in jail all your life, not a lot of experience. When I first got out, I fell in love with the first girl I met. And she emptied out my joint bank account. She convinced me to open up.
Oh, shit. She got you like that, Rocchead?
Hey, my nephew Blue from Insane said, you don't do no shit like that. He said, you want some kitty cat? Now I get you kitty cat, You can't be falling for every girl. But I said, but shit, I ain't used to having girls around me. Shit, I've been in jail.
Man, she had to make sure she had food in her cabinets. Man, I can't believe Rocchead fell for that one.
I fell for it.
They said she turned you out.
Hey, yeah, I was a lost soul in 92 when it came to women. But once I started understanding them, shit.
Hey man, a couple people said they got to have a girl with stretch marks. How about bullet wounds? Big girl, empty rocks account messed it up for all big dudes. Make
Big
me
dudes.
do for love what I do not do. They say, hey, this is a good one. She took that gate money, huh?
What you know about that gate money? That little $200.
More cushion for the pushing. I heard that. Man, hilarious, man. She got to be able to tear Golden Corral or Walmart up with me if we get into something. A little girl can tear Walmart up too, though.
Yeah, little
Big girl gonna fill your basket up.
little women, petite women, has an attitude, a sassiness, a toughness,
Mm-hmm.
and they just they anything they put on, they look sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is something about them. It's everything. They mental everything, and I enjoy that about little women.
I agree with that. Teardrop tattoos and a 25 in her purse, said Big Devil. Big Devil like them gangster girls.
Hey, devil. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. That's some funny ass shit. I met this girl. This was late 90s. Met this girl. She had a little hood in her. She worked at Longshoreman. And I had her over the house. She got drunk. I'm like, shit. And she laid on my bed and she started urinating on my bed. So I grabbed the blanket sheet and everything and just dragged it out. And the chick just flew. Like she just flew. Nigga, she got up. Oh, you got me fucked up. It started hitting on me. So I'm pushing her hand back. I'm grabbing her. And my hands, she kept swinging. Automatic went over around her neck. So I'm trying to shake her to calm her little ass down. And she went to sleep. And I'm like, fuck, I'm finna go to jail. I'm finna go to jail. Kill this bro. And I called my cousin. I said, man, where are you, man? He said, man, I'm around the corner. What's wrong? I said, man, you gotta get here, man. I think I fucked up. I'm finna go back to jail. He came. He went. She jumped up. He like, BRT, get your ass in the fucking SS out there. Get out of here. He said, cousin, leave these hood bras to me, nigga. Take your square ass out of here. I don't mess with hood bras, devil. That shit scared the shit out of me, man. I don't mess with hood bras.
Hey man, you sure that wasn't a pit bull you was with?
Hey, listen to me, Ken. I don't fuck with hood bras, homie.
Man.
That shit scared the shit out of me. Nigga, But it was crazy how my cousin came in, manhandled her, and she accepted that.
Mm-hmm.
But she couldn't accept the fact I grabbed my sheets and blankets and all and threw her ass out my bed.
Man, she lucky you didn't put her in a chokehold. Man, I wish a bra would. Rocchead, I think you was gullible when you first came home, man.
No, I don't know. I don't hit women, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I think so.
I've never hit women. I won't hit
no, not hit. I'm just saying. I think you didn't have enough experience before you got locked up.
I didn't.
Right.
I didn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah, devil, old nasty butt. Talking about his broad ass tissue hanging out her butt. I don't know what's wrong with devil.
Devil love that shit. No, but I mean, when I got out, honestly.
Because you mess around and hit them back. Plus, big girls smell good and always keep their hair.
Oh, shit. No, they don't. Oh, my
goodness. You ain't smelt that sweat up under them titties.
Between the ass cheeks.
Them ass cheeks. Sweat like...
Hey, no, but I don't know. It was... When you locked up most of your life at that time and you get out, it's like it was a different world for me. You know what I mean? Dealing with people, learning how to talk to people. Every time I look at somebody, look like I wanted to kill them. Bro, she said, like you want to eat me up. You know what I mean? I'm like, what you mean? Shit. Look how you looking at me. You want to eat me up. I mean, it was the demeanor. My demeanor was different, I assume.
I see you get him, Jane. He said, first time I met my baby mama, she split a smoker's face with a bottle. I fell in love with her on the spot.
Oh no, see, yo, I don't want no dangerous. No dangerous woman.
Yeah, get him, Jane. Get him, Jane, dude. One with a good job, now something to lose. Some of the females got hands. Yeah, some do. Some do.
Some got hands.
Big Dell would say he had to have it. Boy said they don't want you to eat them up. I don't know, man. Gotta have a retired hood broad. Yeah, I trip off. I trip off when you see a pretty girl on social media, and she's adamant that she's classy with a lot of hood in her. Like, if you classy, why do you even want to be hood? Like, don't you know as we get older, we want to get away from that hood, bro? Like, classy is what's up. Just stay classy, baby. And then you ain't even hood like that. You know what I'm saying? A real hood broad will run you over. Hey, bud, Kel Mac, all the way from Tennessee. What's good, Rocchead?
What's good, brother? I don't do hood bras.
I'm gonna get up out of here, Rocchead. We gave him 90 minutes, man. Thanks for coming on, homie. I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chats. I appreciate you guys and the cash apps. Y'all, when Cutes come on, man, y'all gotta act like that when Cutes is on, man. Cause she was wet.
Wet. Nah, but hey, appreciate you, Kev. I got you. I know I've been busy, been pushing it. Kev Mac Maniacs, man, keep supporting, man. Keep supporting. And, and sooner or later, we're going to have a good treat for y'all. Just keep supporting because I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Kev going to keep doing what he's doing. Just keep supporting, man. Let's build. Each of us help the other become better. And that's what it's about.
Right.
It's about strength. It's about unity. It's about everything. So I appreciate everybody. The Cash App, the Kev Mac. I just want everybody, man, to understand, that at this stage of my life, all I want to do is continue to change the lives of the youngsters that we can save and that we can build because they are future and they need our help. And I really appreciate y'all supporting this platform, man.
One last question, Rocchead, because I think it's a relevant question. Have you ever had to deal with a crazy opposing coaches similar to the football situation in Dallas?
I mean, actually, I'm a kind of crazy coach myself, but Kel saw that firsthand. No, I've dealt with some crazy coaches. They don't do it toward me. Sometimes I coach and my kid would do something silly, and the coach would say something to the kid, and I let the coach know that's a kid. Then he'll open his mouth, and I tell him something, he could truly understand that it's not acceptable. Then he'll shut up and sit down. But in coaching, it's a lot of ignorance in coaches, a lot of stupidity in coaches. A lot of coaches get out of control, not as much as it used to be in the beginning, but it exists. And I've seen them, and it exists. When I first started, man, I was every word I coached was a cuss word because I didn't know nothing about basketball. I just loved the fact I was helping kids and trying to do the best with kids. And it took me a while to break away from that. You know, people just look at me, that's a wild cussing ass coach over there. You know, so but now, you know, guys who coach for years, like, man, Rock really coaching now. You know, but again, you know, it exists, it's there. But I just think that we got to really understand why we coaching and why we doing what we doing. And it's not about us. When we make it about us, then our ignorance and our stupidity and our craziness is going to come out. But when we make it about the kids and the growth of the kids, we learn to set a better and a stronger example for them. You know, for they to take the goodness of what we say and how we coach, you know, to the next level.
All right, appreciate you, big dog. I'm gonna holler at you.
Appreciate you.
All right, take it easy. Much love.
Much love.
That's it for Joe Rocchead tonight. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this back to back to back. Big Devil, I'm gonna take you up on that, man. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Y'all take it easy, y'all. Peace. And to my partner, Palm Trees, man, much love and respect, homeboy. You have a good night, bro.